Hello everyone, welcome back. Coasters and Places here, and before I get started on today's video, I'd just like to remind everyone to check and see if you are subscribed or not. And if you aren't, go ahead and subscribe. It's absolutely free and it helps my channel. It's also an easy way to help other channels as well that you like. Just subscribe. And also, go ahead and like this video before you forget. That is also a free way just to help me out. I really do appreciate it. Alright, so today's video, I'm going to be talking about Thunderhead at Dollywood. Going to be going over the ride itself, and then my personal opinion on Thunderhead. So Thunderhead opened in 2004. It is a Gray Coasters International, otherwise known as GCI wooden roller coaster, and it opened as an anchor attraction of the new section of the park that season called Thunderhead Gap, and it was named after the Thunderhead Mountain, which is a mountain peak in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park that are nearby. So it was opened at a cost of $7 million, and it has a twister layout. It utilizes the GCI's Millennium Flyer trains, which in my opinion are some really good coaster trains. I think they're comfortable. Thunderhead features 22 turns and 32 crossovers. A little bit of a fun fact there. So the actual ride experience itself, we'll go over it. So the train will leave the station, and then it will turn right, and then it'll go left and start climbing the 100-foot lift hill. When it reaches the top, the train will then drop 100 feet to the right at almost 54 miles an hour, which this drop reminds me a lot of Mystic Timbers at Kings Island. You'll go through a right-handed banked turn after that drop, and then there will be a left-hand curve. Then there'll be a right turn, and then after a 180-degree right turn, you go through the fly-through station element, which this is such a fun element. You fly through the station. It's a lot of fun seeing it when you're actually waiting in line at the station. And you go through that station actually at 40 miles an hour, so it's pretty impressive speed. You then go 8 feet above the station, and then it turns through a left-handed curve, a smaller airtime hill followed by a 270-degree helix, then a right turn, and a left turn before hitting the brakes. Once you hit the brake run, it'll slowly, you'll go 90 degrees to the right, and then you'll make a 180-degree left turn that leads back to the station itself. And that is the basis of the ride experience of Thunderhead. First off, I'd like to say that Dollywood does an absolute fantastic job at maintaining their coasters, and this one in general is because it's a wooden coaster. They do a really good job, and it's had some retracking work. With that being said, it's still not buttery smooth. Say if you're expecting Mystic Timber smooth, Thunderhead is not that. It is older, but it's for one. But it's not unbearable. Like, there's a couple bumps and they're nothing. Like, wooden coasters, I feel like, even Mystic Timbers, there's maybe a couple minor bumps. They're not typically perfectly smooth, and that's okay. It does not take away from the ride because it's not uncomfortable or painful in any time. Thunderhead is not. The layout's just filled with a lot of twists and turns, and there's a lot of great airtime moments. I do feel like the airtime is really good in the front on Thunderhead. I actually prefer Thunderhead as a front coaster rather than riding in the back. There's a lot of good lateral forces that keep you on your toes with all those turns and twists. And again, the seats I kind of talked about, they're very comfortable with these Millennium Flyer trains. So this ride, Thunderhead at Dollywood, It's a lot of fun. I would call it a high energy ride. It packs in a lot in the layout. There's no dull moments, but it's very thrilling without being like super like crazy thrill. So I feel like a lot more of the family could ride this, but I wouldn't call this a family coaster by any means. In my opinion, this is one of GCI's better coasters. This is probably my top 5 GCI. And in particular, it's a great one for a lot of good laterals, good sense of speed. Yeah, just honestly, some people will have this as one of their favorite wooden coasters, and I can definitely see why. It's very punchy. As I said, it's not rough. Those couple bumps, they're nothing really. You get a good sense of speed, good layout. Plus, it's in a beautiful park, and it has a beautiful setting. Like, with the Great Smoky Mountains, Dollywood, just being a beautiful park. I mean, you can't beat that. So overall, Thunderhead, I think it's a really great ride. The station fly-through is a highlight for me. The airtime is great. The laterals are great. It's just being fun. Like, overall, like, just a very enjoyable ride. And it's re-rideable. You can't say that about every wooden coaster or every coaster in general. This one you can get back in line for and ride again. Not really needing a break, which in my opinion that's a good thing. Again, my only gripes I would say are really maybe those couple of bumps that you feel, but other than that, like, I think it's got a perfect length. It has a great layout, that great twister layout, and as long as Dollywood continues to maintain Thunderhead, I will continue to ride it for years to come, and I recommend you do as well. This is definitely a top 5 GCI for me. Maybe not a top 5 wooden coaster, but a top 5 GCI creation for sure. And if you're at Dollywood, definitely don't skip out on Thunderhead. It's a really amazing ride, and I really like it. And I want to thank you for watching this video. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. It greatly helps me out. And stay tuned for more great content. And this is Coasters and Places. See you in the next video.